Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. I'm Kristin Smith, if you're joining for the first time. I always love hanging out with you guys on a Monday. I know Mondays can be tough and slow going, but we're in it to win it together. It's March 12th already. March is flying by. And in terms of unofficial holidays, it is National Girl Scout Day. You know, Girl Scouts are hustlers. They're always outside of everywhere I go, every day. So definitely hard workers, and love the Girl Scouts and their cookies. So here I am on the set of Top 30 reporting on stories that will entertain you, inform you, and make you think. We have an incredible show today, so I hope you guys can tune in. Josiah, my husband's watching. Good morning, beautiful. Hi, babe. Dana, good morning. Good to have you. Okay, guys, we're, almost 20 minutes late today, so sorry about that. We have had, seriously, the craziest morning here at Top 30, but I still wanted to take a little bit of time out to talk to you guys. So let's jump in to today's Facebook Live with a preview of a few things we're working on today. We have a story about house flipping, which is kind of a fascinating subject to me after watching ton of shows on HGTV. A new report shows some 207,000 homes and condos were bought and resold last year. Flipped. That figure represents the highest rate of house flipping that has been seen since 2006. We're going to get into it. Also, with the help of his mom, 16-year-old Kevin Barber has just launched the Wheels of Change program. It's a really cool program, you guys. I think you'll like it. Basically, it helps employ homeless people in San Diego. It pays people who are homeless $11.50 an hour to help pick up trash. And now the city wants to get on board. So that is great news for this young man. And we'll tell you more about it on the show today. Good morning, Cyrus. Good morning, Joyanne, watching from Guyana. So incredible. Shout out to our international viewers today. And hi, Kamala. I feel the love. Thank you. Kathy, watching from Riverdale, Georgia. Good to see you, Kathy. We have a solution for you guys from our friends at luluway.com. On the show, I try my absolute best to save you guys money. So there are a ton of deals. How many of you have misplaced your keys, wallet, phone, pet, whatever? Me. Times a million. Well, that misery is over with the Chipolo tracker. It's called the Chipolo, I think the full name is Chipolo tracker. Yeah. It uses the Bluetooth technology to help find lost things, right? It's super simple. The tracker has a 200-foot range. So basically, you lose something, you use the app to make that lost item ring. The Chipolo tracker usually sells for $49.99, but today you can get it for just $19.99. So you go to luluway.com, tell them Kristin sent you. In today's Top 30 talk, Richard and I get into a number of issues. We discuss a divorced couple going to court over their son playing football. That one got me really heated. It just... Oh, yeah. You have to tune in for this one because basically the mom wants the kid to play football. The dad doesn't want the kid to play football. He's had 3 concussions, and they're battling it out in court. We're also talking about a bill to make cell phone repair cheaper, way cheaper. And if you've broken your phone, I've broken my phone 5 times in 3 years, you guys. So if you're like me, you want to stick around for this story. We'll also talk about a potential deal between Netflix and the Obamas. Did you hear about that one? Don't forget, leave a comment on whatever you want to talk about. I'll read them during this Facebook Live. Dee Noel from Missouri, thanks for hanging out. Marilyn Fleming, good to see you. Garger, hi, I am watching from Germany. Very nice. Hi, Joseph Hazel, South Carolina loves you. Thank you so much. Amber, watching from Pittsburgh, PA. Good to see you, Amber. All right, you guys. So I talked about flipping houses in the beginning and how shows like, there's so many good house flipping shows now, right? Property Brothers, Fixer Upper, Flipper Flop. Don't you love these shows? Well, they've encouraged everybody to get in the flipping business to levels that really haven't been seen for a long time, in a decade. Have you ever flipped a house before? Not me. That's a process. I always get so overwhelmed by things that are a big process, like making a movie. Do you know how long it takes to make a movie? It is insane. Or flipping a house. It's like a labor of love. And I need like instant gratification. That's why I do this. I get on set, I start talking. Done. Anyway, if you have gotten in the house flipping game, let me know, how did that experience go? If you haven't, and if you're thinking about getting into the game, here are a few pointers you should maybe consider. Flipping really comes down to money, like most things, and the ability to earn money. So you need to figure out your budget to the dollar, to the cent. How much are you willing to spend on the property? How much on repairs and updates? This one is pretty hard, but find and hire good contractors. Now, this isn't me giving you advice. This is from like the flipping house gods, okay? I.e. my producer, Nick. He digs up all this good stuff. So, and Nick waved to you on the sidelines. You'll never see him. At the same time, try to do as much of the work by yourself as possible. And also, flipping houses is all about, again, making a profit. So you need to sell the house quickly when it's finished. If you watch the shows, you know, if you don't sell it quickly, otherwise the house loses value. One way to ensure you sell quickly is by, kind of bear with me, but not over improving the house. What this means is that if you're selling a house in a neighborhood where the typical cost is $175K, don't put in so many improvements, new flooring, marble countertops, etc., that your flipped house costs $300K because it doesn't fit in with, you know, the rest of the neighborhood. And who's going to buy that? That's not to say if you don't want it nice. You do want it nice, but U.S. News and World Reports recommends adding your own nice touches that set your flipped house apart in a way that doesn't break the bank. That means maybe new faucets, lighting, plumbing, put some nice flowers on the counter, stuff like that. Suzette, hi Suzette. You thought this was divorce court. No, let's get that out of the way right away. Judge Lynn Toller, though, is a friend of mine, and divorce court is so amazing. But Suzette, I'm Kristin. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm one of the hosts of Top 30. It's a news show on every single weekday. We cover the top 30 stories in just 30 minutes. It's a very quick show, and we pack a lot in it. So I hope you can tune in. Every day I like to go over a few things on Facebook and just chat a little bit. So that's what I'm doing right now. Dana has to go bathe the grandbaby, so she's going to see us tomorrow. Everybody say bye to Dana. Thanks for tuning in, Dana. Hi to my Michigan friends. Charisse, good to see you. And Marilyn, thank you. Okay, it's Monday, so let's take a look at the weekend that was. Did you see any movies? We did lose an hour of precious sleep. Do you remember that? Which makes it lucky that today is also National Nap Day in terms of unofficial holidays. So I hope you can celebrate by taking a nap today. But did you see any movies? Let's talk about box office for a minute. I'm kind of starting to sound like a broken record. Black Panther led for the 4th week in a row. It is the first film to accomplish that feat since The Force Awakens in 2015. Has everybody seen Black Panther? Who hasn't seen Black Panther? Okay, Nick, my producer Nick has not seen Black Panther. I don't know why. He's a busy guy. But not too busy to see Black Panther, let's be real. It's so good, so I hope you can see it for the artistry and the cultural significance, or if you just want to be entertained. In its 4th weekend, Black Panther took in $41 million, enough to be the 3rd highest 4th weekend of all time. It has now earned $562 million. Okay, it passed The Dark Knight to become the 2nd biggest comic book movie ever, behind The Avengers. It's already the 7th highest grossing film of all time, but it's moving up quickly. It's right behind The Last Jedi at $619 million. Adjusted for inflation, though, Black Panther is ranked 58th, right behind the towering Inferno. And after a massive opening in China, it's the 5th movie in the MCU to pass the $1 billion mark with a B. It now sits at a worldwide total of $1,078 billion. That is so much money. Okay, there were other movies outside of Black Panther. Ava DuVernay's A Wrinkle in Time. I heard that was so good. One of my dearest friends said it was like blew her away. It opened to $33 million in 2nd place, failing to live up to the initial expectations that had it opening around $50 million. With a budget over $100 million, Wrinkle in Time has a lot of work to kind of overcome its 42% on Rotten Tomatoes to become profitable. What do you guys think about Rotten Tomatoes and the rating sites? Do you care? I used to not care, but now I'm starting to care. My husband corrupted me. Now I'm just like, what's the Rotten Tomato score? Like, I'm super bougie about it. But I will say, I have seen a movie that has a low Rotten Tomato score, and I totally loved it. But I'm kind of easy to please. That's just me. Kathy hasn't seen Black Panther yet. Listen, Kathy, trust me on this one. You should go see it. Everybody's okay. Don't worry. Kathy Simon has not seen the movie yet. Joseph Hazel says, wow, it's almost as good as your show. Joseph, thank you. All right, you guys, the weekend's other three wide releases also struggled. Strangers Prey at Night opened a half its 2008 predecessor. Hurricane Heist stole only $3 million. And Gringo, starring Charlize Theron and David Oyelowo, mustered less than $3 million, placing it outside the top 10. To be honest, I haven't heard a lot about that movie. Some other quick box office notes. This year's Best Picture winner, The Shape of Water, experienced a 62% Oscar bump, taking in $2.4 million and passing $60 million in the process. It's the highest grossing Best Picture winner, by the way, since 2012's Argo. Also a really good movie. The film with the highest per-screen average was the comedy The Death of Stalin, which took in $45,000 per screen. And the lowest grossing movie, just FYI, of the weekend was BPM, Beats Per Minute. The French film about the AIDS epidemic earned $1,537 in its 21st weekend. All right, next weekend we have the arrival of the video game adaptation Tomb Raider and the gay teen romance Love, Simon. What I'm really saying is get ready for us to talk about Black Panther a little bit more. It's probably going to be number one again next Monday, just saying. On the movie front, today is National Alfred Hitchcock Day, so many obscure holidays today. What's your favorite movie from The Master of Suspense? Let me know. All right, Ronald, the last movie you saw was Straight Outta Compton. Straight Outta Compton was so good. That movie, it was like 3 hours long. And when the movie ended, my husband and I were like, we want more. Like, we wanted it to go another hour. It was so good. I haven't seen Straight Outta Compton. Even if you don't really like hip hop, honestly, I don't like rap. But I loved that movie so much. Hi, Jeffrey from Chicago. Martin says, great topics of discussions. Thanks, Martin. Okay, S. Marcel Robertson says, I've seen it. It was great. She's talking about Black Panther. Okay, you guys, there was also a lot on TV this weekend. American Idol returned. Did you guys watch American Idol? It was on ABC instead of Fox, which I'm kind of sad about. The reboot attracted just over 10.3 million viewers. As counter-programming, Fox aired OJ Simpson, The Lost Confession, a 2-hour special that unveiled a lost 2006 interview in which OJ Simpson hypothetically revealed what happened on the night of June 12th, 1994. Were you one of the 4.4 million who watched the OJ special? Did you hear about the OJ special? What did you think of Simpson's account that mentioned him hypothetically getting into a fight with Ron Goldman and hypothetically grabbing a knife from a friend called Charlie? He also talks about, quote, blood and stuff and a karate thing. He talks about getting hypothetically fleeing the scene. Then he talks about hypothetically taking a shower after he hypothetically committed the murder. You can probably imagine how I feel about this. But we really get into it on the show today, so I hope you can join us. I hope you can watch it. I actually think it's a very important segment to see and discuss, so please tune in to Top 30. Do you think it was the right idea to air the footage? Do you think it was an actual confession? Or do you think this is just the weirdest thing you've ever seen? Someone hypothetically saying they hypothetically murdered someone. What do you guys think? Ronald is talking about rap. Ice Cube is the king. Can't no one touch him. And Fields says, yes, Black Panther was OMG, a great movie. Michelle Booker says, thanks to Divorce Court, I'm here. You seem cool now. How do we link and like your page? Tell us your schedule times. Okay, Michelle, thank you so much. Listen, Michelle, first of all, follow me on Kristin Smith TV. And I always post like when we're having new episodes and stuff. So Kristin Smith TV. You can also follow the show on Top 30 TV. And where are you, Michelle? Are you in LA? Because in LA, we're on at 4:30 and 8:30 p.m. on Channel 13 in LA. But let me know if you're somewhere else. And wherever you are, actually, top-30.com, put in your city, and you'll get the showtime. But anyway, good to have a new friend. Yay. Okay, moving from sports entertainment to just sports. Yesterday was Selection Sunday, the day when 68 college basketball teams learned if they had or hadn't made it to the big dance. Do you guys love March Madness? I played basketball in college, so I kind of love March Madness. It's the best time of the year. There's so much to unpack here. I don't have a ton of time, honestly, and I think you guys would get bored if I broke down every single little thing. But here are a couple fast facts you should know before gameplay starts tomorrow. So the Virginia Cavaliers, coached by Tony Bennett, not that Tony Bennett, but other Tony Bennett, are the #1 seeded team in the whole tourney. This is the Cavs' 22nd March Madness appearance, but they have never gotten past the Final Four. Oh my gosh, I love the Final Four. While Virginia is #1 ranked in the South, the other 3 #1 seeds are Villanova in the East, Kansas in the Midwest, and Xavier in the West. One team that didn't make it was Louisville, who has been embroiled in pay-for-play scandals the past few months that led to the firing of Coach Rick Pitino. Oh my gosh, I kind of forgot that happened. I'm like, oh yeah, oh my gosh, that wasn't a dream. That was so crazy. This is only the 5th time Louisville has been left out this century. Just to put in perspective, Louisville has a very amazing storied past. But anyway, hopefully that's not tarnished now, but it probably will be. Who are you rooting for? Did your team make it? More importantly, will you be taking time to fill out your bracket? Gosh, there's more than 70 million brackets that fans will submit before the first tip-off. 70 million. So are you one of them? I'm really, not to brag, but I'm actually pretty lucky when it comes to filling out brackets. So I got to print mine out. But while you're filling out those brackets, Americans will spend money and even waste money. In fact, more will be bet on March Madness than the Super Bowl. The average American will bet $29. That works out to about $10.4 billion legally, according to CNBC. Another $10.1 billion will be bet illegally. But how much is lost? The average American worker will waste 6 hours of valuable work time, you guys, focusing on the tournament at a cost of as much as $6.3 billion in lost productivity. That's okay, though, since studies have shown the tournament is also a great opportunity for staffs to bond and get closer. If you're looking to fill out a perfect bracket, the odds of which are 1 in 9.2 quintillion, but hey, you have a chance. In terms of predicting, the statistics website 538.com gives Virginia an 18% chance of winning their first championship. Villanova has a 17% chance of winning their third. And Duke, a 2 seed led by Coach K and controversial player Grayson Allen. Apparently he hits, flops, and does. He's a very controversial player. Anyway, they have a 10% chance of locking down title number 6. So, Jilly or Gilly, big up yourself number coming from Jamaica. Yeah, my people. I love the island of Jamaica so much. Dina Well is where my family's from. Dina Well Clayton says, wow, Jeffrey Price. Y'all, somebody can touch him. Okay. Houston, Texas is in the house. Okay. So Michelle, Houston. Do you know when we air in Houston? Okay, Nick's going to get on that, Michelle, so just stand by for one quick second. But, so hopefully we have time to look that up, what time we air in Houston. Okay, you guys, well, thanks for all your comments. I do want to wrap things up with our quote of the day. And Michelle, don't worry, I'm going to see if I can find out the Houston air times in a second. But today's quote is from Marianne Williamson's poem, Our Greatest Fear. And I'm not even kidding. I woke up this morning with this poem, like, on my heart. Like, I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I've got to share this quote today. It's a very famous quote, and it really inspires me. So here we go. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. So that's just the beginning of it, and it's worth looking up if you can look it up. Got it? Okay, when is it?
It is on at 12 a.m.
Okay, 12 a.m. Fox 26, Michelle, at 12 a.m. So you're either going to stay up late or get up early. I think it'll be staying up late for you. So in Houston, our show airs at 12 a.m., so midnight. And that's the only time, and then it reruns probably at like, what's the... Okay. Okay, or you can catch it on at 1 p.m. on My 20 Houston. 1 p.m. My 20 Houston. Did you get that, Michelle? Thank you for asking. And as always, you guys stay connected, like, follow, and, oh, okay, just post your link at the bottom, please. Thanks. Yeah, Michelle, it is 2018, right? We should probably do that. Why didn't I think of that? Girlfriend, I got you, though. Do you see how hard I'm willing to work for you? Okay, like, follow, and subscribe, you guys. I'm just playing around. To Top 30 TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and now Hulu. And who's on Instagram? If you're on Instagram, follow me, Kristin Smith TV, because on my Insta story, I am giving you all the behind the scenes action on Top 30. And believe me, you want to see the shenanigans behind the scenes of our show. We have fun. Let's just say that. So Kristin Smith TV, follow me. Michelle, I love you already. And you guys, we're also on Hulu, anywhere you're social we are. And have a fantastic day. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. And I'll see you later today on the show.